looks like an unfolded version of the Allspark. In fact, that's the unfolded version, and that's the Allspark right there.
Right there, right in the middle. Can you see it? It's the mailbox.
You know, I'm not all about cars. I'm all about class, too.
Oh, all right. Okay, so typically, two of the biggest life goals that we have is to have our own home and drive our own car. Well, today we will be joined by a very special guest for another episode of Presello Perfect Match. But first, make sure you hit like, click subscribe, and click on the bell so you get notified for whenever we release new YouTube videos. We're on Facebook, so make sure you hit like and see first, and follow us on Instagram at Presello_official. My name is Julia, and welcome to another episode of Presello Perfect Match. That being said, here comes our very special guest. Can you guess who?
Where is it? Where is it? Oh, this is probably it. There's Julia.
All right. Hello. Okay. So I will be opening the door for our very special guest. And hello.
Hi.
Hi, Caco. Everyone, this is Caco.
Hi, folks.
And how's your drive going here?
Pretty good. No
Pretty
traffic, not bad. Beautiful day, isn't it?
It is nice and sunny, and it's still morning, so it's not really killing us
hot.
too much.
That's true.
Yeah. Okay, so introduce yourself a little bit for our viewers in case they don't know you, but I feel like they know you.
Well, standing beside her, you guys already know me, or her rather. But my name is Caco. I'm the host of Autodeal's Behind the Wheel. We review cars such as this, the Mazda CX-8, which is right behind me. And today, we decided to join Julia and see if, well, maybe we could find a nice car for this beautiful car. Or sorry, a nice house for this beautiful car, my
Yes.
apologies. To see if maybe you've got any houses that have garages that would be fit for this particular automobile, and to show us around the house as well.
Perfect. That is exactly what we're gonna do. So, Caco, let's go to the first house. Yeah?
Like a plan.
All right. Okay, so basically, Caco and I will be going around 3 different houses with 3 different price points, from sub 15 million, sub 40 million, and sub 200 million. But all of them will generally, I know, right? All of them will generally be around Parañaque or Alabang. So, yeah, they're just in this southern
So we're staying in the
vicinity.
south.
Yeah, we're staying in
Okay.
the south. All of them have something in common though, and they have really nice parking spaces. And that is where you come in, sir.
Yes, it is. So I'm not going to be exactly judging them. I just want to see if the car does properly fit in that particular
Yes.
garage. So if anybody were to be interested in this particular kind of house, this kind of car would actually be a well fit for them
Yes,
as well.
like it wouldn't be too small or too excessive, but perfect.
Exactly.
All right, so let's go in.
Yeah.
Hey!
Hi
hey,
guys,
Mac.
hello.
Hi, all right.
Welcome.
This is our Presello guy. What should we call you?
Matt.
Mac?
Matt.
Nice to meet you, Matt.
Nice to meet you. So welcome to Parañaque. We're in a private gated subdivision. This is a 6 townhouse development. As you can probably see, it's designed to look like interlocking white boxes.
Yeah, it looks like one property actually.
Yeah, the architect mentioned that their design was inspired by making an artificial mountain tableau of a vertical landscape. As you can probably see later on, it's very artistic. So the sizes vary. Lot area is between 106 to 120. But in terms of floor area, they're pretty similar. It's between 235 to 243. And all that houses 3 bedrooms, 3 toilet and baths, servants' quarters, 2 carport, and I think that's pretty much it.
This is the 2 carport that you're talking
Yes,
about. So
this
it's in
is it.
tandem with one another.
Yes,
that's right.
Yes.
Got it.
And of course, as you probably noticed, we have a wide road. So if you have guests, it's occasionally you can have them park there.
Yeah, that is true.
And all of this is priced just at around 13 million. So it's very affordable. Okay.
At a great place.
Yeah, at a great place.
Okay, all right, so Caco and I are gonna go around and we will see you again later in the second house.
Yes, I will.
All right, thank
I
you.
will
Matt.
see you there.
See you later. All right, Caco. So you mentioned earlier that, yeah, this is pretty much the layout of the car park.
Correct.
So what do you think about it? Is this okay for you? For the CX-8?
For the CX-8, the space looks adequate enough to be able to house the
Yeah.
car, not a problem. To take it away from the elements like the rain and the sun,
yeah.
and you're not really going to get wet, especially if you park it sort of like
this one.
a little askew, so sort of like halfway. But getting inside this particular space might be a problem getting in and out of the automobile, because when you do open those wide
Fully
doors,
open it, yeah.
it might be a problem. It's sort of like a parking lot in church. When you get down out of the car, you kind of like squeezing your way out, kind of a thing.
That's true.
But really, it's sufficient. It's enough.
It is.
To
It definitely
keep you away
is.
from the elements. There is obviously the second carport, which is found right there, and there's a little bit of an awning that will protect you again. from
Partially
the,
protects it, yeah.
partially protect. So I think it's good enough to get in and out. And it seems like a quiet neighborhood.
It is.
Much like the interior of the CX-8, it's quiet in here. Now that I like.
I like that. I like what you did there.
That's not really the worst segue that I have, but I'll probably come up with worse ones.
I'm pretty sure you will. I'm pretty sure. Okay, so that being said, though, before we go in, I want to ask you about, what or who the market of the CX-8 is. Because I'm pretty sure it's gonna have some correlation to these houses.
True, very
Right?
true. That's a very good question. Well, there is the fact that the CX-8 is sort of like the middle child, if you would see. There's the CX-9, which is a little bit more on the expensive side.
yeah.
There's the CX-5, which is a lot shorter. And then there's the CX-8, sort of like the nudge in between, the perfect little crossover there.
Yeah.
It seats 7 people. There is an option for 6. So it's more of not a driver-driven car, more of an owner-driven car.
Yeah, definitely a family car.
A family car. You got enough space for groceries and whatnot. It's strong enough and powerful and high enough if you want to take it a little bit off-road. Not necessarily a 4x4 automobile, but great enough to take it upon the mountains and twisties when you get out of town. And enough space to carry, well, all the stuff for you and your family, whether it be a small to medium-sized family. So that's basically the kind of per se house that we are looking at to see if it can match it. Do you think that this house has to is a
I
contender?
will leave that to you, because at the end of this video, you're the one who's gonna tell me which you think is the perfect match.
Ooh, nice.
Right. Okay, so on the ground floor, okay, I can't open this one because it's actually locked, but this is storage / your staff quarters.
Got
so
it.
it's right outside, very easily accessible. And I believe this is a toilet and bath.
Okay.
And more storage, also
More
where the
storage.
breaker is. So again, maintenance is very easy.
Storage is always good.
Yeah. And then this is your main entrance, which was already open. My bad. But yeah, this is the ground floor with your dining and your kitchen. And lots of utility. Right here in the back. Actually, I have to admit, for a house this cozy, you have a pretty big water tank.
It's quite a large tank.
This
for
is
such
a large tank.
Tiny house.
Caco, I think we can fit in here.
I think the both of us can fit in there and call it a day. We're gonna swim and a couple of beers, we're done.
We even have the same color.
That's true.
Right? We match. Okay. And that is it for the ground floor. We have a bit of storage under the stairs. But Caco, after you, check out the second floor.
Madame.
Of course. Okay.
So we're on to the second floor.
And you can go to the door on your left.
Door on my left.
Yes.
Anybody home?
There shouldn't be anyone home, but that is bedroom number 1.
This is bedroom number 1. This is not the master bedroom. This
No, it's not. It's bedroom number 1. So it's maybe for the kids. Maybe for your...
Speaking of kids, it's my kids. It's B1 and B2.
Actually,
That went on cam. I'm sorry. Children, forgive me.
children, you might be on this watching this video. I'm so sorry, but yeah. So this is bedroom number 1. You've got lots of bed space. This is, I would say, a full-size bed. And then you've got your wardrobe. So very convenient. I actually like how simple this room is. It's like you go in, you have lots of space, you have a huge window. Walang arte, kumbaga.
True. The fact that it's a small room, but yet a large window allows a lot of natural light to come in, so
exactly.
you don't feel so claustrophobic.
Exactly,
which
exactly.
is really nice.
Yeah. And then out here on the hallway, you have your guest,
I see.
toilet and bath. And even so, the whole floor has lots of light thanks to all of these windows. And this is where your living room is, basically. How do you feel about this?
It's a little tight, but yet it's very bright.
It is very
Because
bright.
there are windows on both ends. You've got a nice little balcony here that opens up to the street. Like again, it's a quiet street outside.
it is very
right?
quiet.
But yeah, I'm not the biggest person on the planet, and I'm assuming you're not either. So these ceilings
the same
are
height.
not the lowest thing, but it's nice because it's this false ceiling so that there are lights that come in again to add more light to the room.
Yeah.
So it's really great. I
Yeah.
like it. It's quaint.
It's quaint, it's cozy, but it's still very bright.
Yes.
Which is like a misconception. When people say cozy, you think it's dark
True.
and suffocating. No, cozy can also still be light and airy.
True. Very true.
Okay, oh, by the way, if you haven't already, make sure you click subscribe because we see you watching our videos, but you haven't subscribed. And also, check the description for the link for Caco's channel, which is basically Autodeal. Down below. Okay, all right, so that's the second floor, and let's head up the top floor, the third floor. This time I'll go first. Okay. See, even here, it's really bright. It's like there's no floor that's not bright.
Dude, you know what? For such a tiny house, you could fit a giraffe in here.
Yeah, right? It could be really
So
tall.
tall, man.
Tiny house coming from you and me, Caco.
That's true.
All right.
So this again is the same size bedroom as it is downstairs.
Basically, yeah. So
Okay.
bedroom number 2, same size and everything, just different floor. You have a different view. You can see your neighbor's lovely rooftop. I mean, it is lovely. It's nice and clean. And then across the hall, we have another toilet and bath,
Okay.
and then the master bedroom.
This is the master bedroom.
This is the master bedroom. So
Big
you have your
closet
wardrobe,
space.
yeah, your entertainment shelf with a. Is this a real TV? It is. It is. I haven't seen it. Pretty sure we haven't seen a TV like that in a long time. I mean, guys, that's not gonna be your TV. Don't you worry. The ACs are included. The TV is not. You have to replace that on your own. Pretty sure you're gonna pick a bigger TV to watch our videos in, right?
Yeah, we are tiny people.
Okay, and yeah, so you have this really nice space over here for your chase. By the way, have you heard of the urban legend of Parañaque?
The urban legend of Parañaque. This is interesting.
Okay,
Should
I'm
I be
pretty
scared?
Okay, fun fact. So this isn't actually an urban legend that's scary. It's more of where the name came from.
Tell me.
Okay, so I'm not sure how I'm gonna say this in English. You do understand Tagalog, right?
Hindi.
Okay, all right, got it. Okay, so essentially, like back during the Spanish colonization, I'm so sorry. But, nagtatagalog na nga tayo kanina eh. But anyways, so during the Spanish colonization, there was this Spaniard who was in a carriage driven by a Filipino. And as they were going along around this area, the Spaniard kept saying, para aquí, which is stop.
Here.
Yes, stop here, exactly. And the Filipino could not understand, and he just kept going on and on. Until at some point, of course, they stopped somewhere, and then this Filipino talked to the locals. It was like, this Spaniard keeps saying, para. No. Para, it's a dialect, that's not Tagalog eh. The second word, para, aña, para aña, okay, something like that.
Okay.
So these are 3 words, okay? So I'm not very fluent in it, but essentially as the story kept being repeated and repeated, it got smoothed out, compounded to Parañaque. So as far as the reliability of this urban legend, I don't know, but that's what they say Parañaque came from.
Well, urban legend or not, don't ever let the truth get in the way of a good story, and that is a great story.
Even if I kind of butchered it because
Para Parañaque.
para añaque. There you go.
Parañaque.
So it's 3 words that just got mushed together to become Parañaque. So yeah,
Okay.
so that's where we are. Thank you to that Spaniard and that Filipino who could not understand each other, much like how I could not tell you what the heck the term was. But yeah, okay, so this concludes the first house. So again, this one is sub 15 million. You've got a 2-car garage. Well, it's a car park, really, an open car park. And 3 bedrooms with 3 floors. So are you ready to go to the second house?
I am definitely ready to go to the second house. This is a great starting off point. I'm not saying that it wouldn't be a great buy, but maybe something with a little bit more space, perhaps?
I'm assuming because the Mazda has a lot more space.
Well, if you want to go that way.
All right, we'll see you in the next house then. Okay, so, is it gonna be a few minutes drive away? So I believe the address was sent to you through Waze.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, and you're driving. Oh,
Hop on in.
This is-
Isn't it a beautiful color?
a really nice color. I'm glad I wore this kind of blue today. It fits. Okay, let me just get this one off. My phone.
the best thing about brand new cars is the fact that when you step in and turn on the air conditioning, it's the leather. The smell of the leather.
That new car smell
New
of
car
good
smell.
quality.
Oh, nice.
Oh my gosh, what is your bike division called?
Autodeal.
Autodeal. There you go. Does Autodeal have a channel as well?
Yes,
A YouTube channel?
Autodeal has a channel as well, and it is a less than a year old.
Oh, that's why.
And
My goodness. How old is your kid?
Antonio, my son, is turning 14 next month, and my daughter Alessandra is 6.
Oh, what a fun time. Although high school, how is that? The whole
Well,
it's homeschooling thing.
It's homeschooling. It's Antonio, unfortunately, can get a bit lax because he's at home.
Because he's at home, yeah.
And we try to tell him, look, at least put on a collared shirt, wear pants. Well, he does half. He wears a collared shirt and boxers. I don't know if that
I mean, he doesn't
counts.
have to stand up, I guess. Well, that's the beauty of working from home.
I guess.
You get to wear your boxers.
But it's Alessandra. The good thing about my daughter is that she has a very vivid imagination. So she keeps with herself very well. She plays. She has what do you call this? She has a friend who goes to the same school as she does that she communicates with outside of school. So they have playtime on the iPad with FaceTime and whatnot. Sometimes they watch the same channel at the same time with the iPad on. So they entertain themselves. Yeah, they try their best, but it's still very different. I'm dying to take the kids out, to bring them to a park. I want to take my son out to get a haircut at the very least. He looks like a really bad head of cauliflower.
Oh
Boom.
no! Wait, you mean to tell me you haven't tried cutting his hair?
I tried. It didn't go so well.
But how about you though? Who cut your hair?
Oh, I'm lucky enough that I'm allowed to go to barber shop, so I can get it by appointment,
right.
and there's like kind of 1 hour gap and whatnot. So I'm lucky
Good
that
job,
way.
good job. I forgot about that part. Kids aren't allowed to leave the house.
No, they are not. Okay, we are. Oh, I think we passed it.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm sorry. Distracting.
Distracted.
Driving
Let's
101.
go inside here and come back out this way.
Hey guys, if you haven't already subscribed to our channel, make sure you click here. And if you want to see more house tour videos, click right here. And we also have this new thing called Working Lunch with Presello, where I and a few random people talk about a few random things related to real estate. So if you want to join in on the conversation, make sure you click right here.